As winter tightens its grip on the Commonwealth, crops fail and supply lines falter. Residents of the settlements that ring the outskirts of Boston flood to Diamond City, seeking any form of relative safety and security. But the city is full to bursting, and the mayor has decreed that the gates are closed to newcomers until supplies arrive to provide for everyone. As the sun sets and the shadows lengthen around Diamond City, a row of heavily armed guards descend the stairs and line up beneath the shutters, batons drawn and ready for action. A large group of refugees surge forward to meet the shuddering gates. They scream and shout in a desperate attempt to reach the relative safety and warmth of the settlement. But a sharp crack from a guard's baton sends a figure at the front of the crowd reeling. The doors are closed for another night, it seems.
So here we are. We have arrived at the gates of Diamond City. They've shut the doors down. You are in the middle of this mass of people. I would fill even more in if I had the models to do so. But the point is, there's a whole ton of people around, screaming and crying to get into the settlement. Winter's coming, and atomic winters are much nastier than even Canadian winters, some would say. So food is getting very scarce. Obviously, like the atomic winter storms and flash freezes that tend to happen make it definitely undesirable to be left outside of a settlement. So everybody's really panicking to get in, and clearly they cannot. You guys are kind of close to the front here. You're surrounded by others. So to set the scene and do a little bit of, I guess, world building, we have some questions to get us going. So I'm gonna start with James, aka Duncan. Why? What brings you here? Why are you amongst this massive group of people coming to the gates of Diamond City?
Well, I just got out of the vault a couple hours ago, and I was just exploring and saw a massive group of people and figured, why not join them?
Nice. Well, that seems like the right place to go. Yeah. Okay. How about Glitch? What brings you here? Why are you in this crowd?
He is searching for a way to extract his revenge on the Institute for basically using him and tossing him away like a toy that we're done with. So he's hoping to just look around, maybe he's hoping to spot somebody else that might be a synth in disguise or another, like an institute. Like
it seems like Diamond City is a pretty pretty big hub in the Commonwealth.
I'll find
best place to go. All right, how about Quintilius?
Sorry about that. Chip went down the wrong way. So Quintilius is heading to Diamond City from the Glowing Sea. He left his commune twofold. One, to spread the word of Adam, and for a more personal reason, to find the man who killed his parents. He's hoping that Diamond City is
he has six fingers on his left hand.
the best place to set up kind of a pivot point and to start branching out and spreading the word, as well as finding the man.
All right. And how about Tiberius, the super mutant? Why are you approaching Diamond City? It's a lot of people. Seems like the right place to go. Good reason. So what's interesting is right around Diamond City, a lot of raiders and super mutants actually they kind of patrol around Diamond City, and they kind of pick on people that were not allowed into the settlement. So if people are turned away as they kind of leave, a lot of these raiders and super mutant bands will set up on them and loot them.
Okay.
Frisk them, do whatever super mutants do.
Get frisky with them.
So
I kind of want to see what it's all about.
Okay. So are you All right. How do you affiliate yourself with those types of super mutants that are around? Like, are you one of those that are just looking to
No.
No,
No,
you're
I'm
a
not.
nice, peaceful.
Yeah,
He's got a disguise on. He's wearing one of those like glasses with the mustache and nose.
Yeah, he's 8
I'm
feet
not
tall,
a
but nobody
super-
notices.
He's hunching. He's hunching really low, so it doesn't look as big.
He's actually the back end of a fake horse. There's another person in the front.
And the front end.
He's also the front end of the horse.
a rearing horse all the time.
He's a Trojan horse.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I thought I was like, what if he thinks he's LARPing?
So Matt's character is
My character
Riker.
is-
Again,
Missing part of
it's
his-
so weird to have to shift character names.
I know,
that
right?
We've been playing for so long, and now I'm like, no, now you're
Now
Riker.
you're this.
That's
Yeah.
it. Right?
It's weird to hear everybody's new names.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, Ryker, what brings Ryker to Diamond City?
The Enterprise.
Clearly, seems like a stupid question.
Yeah, I mean,
Riker Island.
not
At
bread
work,
and cheese. Ooh, what a twist. The good bread and cheese. That would be hilarious for anybody who really knows me.
I'm just gonna have to make a note.
Yeah.
Bread and cheese.
Make the best
With
bread
two
and
things
cheese
doesn't
shop is actually here in Diamond.
Wow. Okay, you know what? Yeah. You know what? Yeah. I'm here to open up a bread and cheese shop.
All right,
Yep.
all right. I like it. Why not?
Where do you get your milk from? Don't ask.
Yeah. Why is bread green? Remember Kraft Dinner? Remember when that happened? Remember when Kraft Dinner was green?
Hi. How'd you unlock a core memory?
Clafton.
Do you,
They
do you
also
have
did it
any
with, like, ketchup.
Do you have any previous
Yeah.
ties to Diamond City?
Purple
Or it's just
ketchup
like
was
you're
awesome.
staking
Yeah.
new ground for your.
Oh, I
fledgling
came
enterprise.
from a much
Green
smaller
back
area.
on this,
I'm
yeah.
going to the
2001.
big city
You go
to try
big
to
time.
make it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's good.
Was
That's good.
in like
That makes a lot of sense for the most part. I wrote down a few
We
questions to
just paint
see,
him bronze.
but you guys
Quick,
kind of
stand
answered
still.
a lot of them. Now, Quintilius. So there's already an established sect of Children of Adam here in Diamond City. They're building up their influence. So are you aware of that, like approaching the city, or are you just are you just kind of, this is a settlement and this is where I'm going, or have you heard of things like this?
Quintilius is well aware of the other sects of the Children of Adam, but this sect is not up to my specific flavor of worship. They have fallen away from the true path, and so I'm here to nudge them in the proper path, to teach them the proper way. They've been away from home for too long, and they've become corrupted by the outside world.
Nice.
So does that mean the glowing sea is the inside world?
The glowing sea is where,
The crater is.
yeah, it's ground zero in Fallout,
Yeah.
right?
So is that the inside world? That's where all children of Adam
Yes,
should be?
that's the land blessed by Adam. Right?
What do you
Everything else is kind of just, the stepchildren of Adam.
What do you think they think of Megaton if they ever went there?
They worship the bomb there.
Is Children of Adam in Fallout 3?
Mhm.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
that.
there's literally when you first walk into Megaton, there's a guy,
Worship it, and he's
Yeah.
preaching.
and
at
they say, oh, he's harmless, because at the time, that Children of Adam were not, at least that sect was not.
He's standing in the water, like giving a sermon
Yeah.
to everybody.
I did not realize he was a child of Adam.
Was this
Yeah.
all because
Makes
of the
sense.
nuclear bomb, or like a
Yep.
Yeah,
reactor?
the children of Adam worship. So they
Atomic
worship
bombs.
Adam, like ATOM, and so like they love, like, radiation damage is a gift to them, right?
Okay. No, but
And they just, when there's a whole thing about how when atoms are split, that creates this that whole action creates this whole new universe. And
Vision, yeah.
it's right, and that's their thing. That's
The raison d'etre.
yeah, that's what they center all their beliefs around. So they obviously, a lot of this campaign named Winter of Adam centers a lot around their beliefs and how their influence is growing. Do any of you know each other already before you?
Oh, yeah, I know everybody.
Yeah, clearly. Yeah.
I have no affiliations with any other member of the crowd.
yeah.
Well,
They
what
will
is
one day
Matt's
become
character?
brothers.
I forget Matt's character. Well, I wouldn't know him, but
He's a synth, I believe.
these two might know each other.
Whoa.
We went through this.
Whoa.
Because I'm a synth doesn't mean I know all the other synths.
I don't know anybody as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys have all just kind of been like worked, like the crowd is naturally funneled towards the doors of Diamond City. So Diamond City is Kirk. This is it's built out of, I guess they based it on the old Fenway Stadium.
Yeah,
in Boston,
baseball
so it's an
diamond.
old baseball diamond. That's why they call it Diamond City.
It's
So-
an old baseball time.
Old baseball diamond, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Major
So
League.
massive walls, right, which makes it a really great and secure place for them to build a settlement. The main field has been, I think, converted into really like a market place, or where the lower level people kind of live down there. And as you go up into the stands, there's like a class system. So the upper class people are up in like the overview boxes and stuff like that. But the whole thing is built in a baseball diamond.
Quick question: is this occurring before, during, or after Fallout 4?
So I believe the 2D20 system, beginning of Fallout 4.
Beginning.
Beginning of
So we
Fallout
know-
4.
We meta game know the mayor.
So I think his whole story arc plays out throughout 4, if I'm correct.
Right.
Right? Yeah. So I think there's things that get revealed throughout Fallout 4 that have not been revealed yet. If that makes sense. Yeah, I'm more familiar with 3. So to me, I had to look up how to pronounce his name. What? McDonough? I don't know.
Oh yeah, because it's like AUGH
It's
McDonough.
so weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mayor McDonough.
McDonough.
Because Piper, right? It
I like
was
these
all
guys.
about-
Pepper Potts.
These guys are gonna butcher this name. Like, this is all I need. But I didn't
Yo,
come
what's up, McDonut?
Because he's chubby.
All the
Oh,
shapes you
just-
could have chosen to be.
That's the one you chose. So as everybody's kind of surging forward towards the doors, everybody's getting, shoved and obviously trying to get in there, and the guards are holding the line. We're gonna do a perception and survival test really quickly. Who has the best? Who's the most observant person? Do you think?
Not I.
Good.
Definitely not me.
I have 5.
I have
I
6
also
for
have
perception, but my survival is tagged at 3.
Okay.
That,
9.
that would make you the most
Yeah.
perceptive.
All right. So let's do a perception and survival test. Difficulty 0.
Ouch.
Whoops.
What'd you get?
I got a 13 and an 18.
So 0.
Yeah.
There you go. You just earned no APs for it. I did give you guys an AP to get you started because I kind of liked what Quintilius was doing with his intro and how it sets us up for the coming campaign. I think it fits really well, so I gave you guys one to get you going.
Thank you, Almighty Atom.
So you you passed with the difficulty 0, achieving 0. You can hear somewhere in the crowd behind you. You can hear a woman screaming out for help. And as you turn back, like you can see, like it's a mass of people. It's like a concert, right? But you can see there's like a bit of an opening, and you can kind of see the head of a woman who's trying to get her way forward. And she's crying for help, and everybody's pushing back against her as she tries to get a little bit closer. She is beaten and bruised. She is wearing some light armor, but it's clearly beaten up as well. She's not looking too good, and it seems like the harder she tries to push forward, the harder the crowd pushes against her, because everybody's trying to get into these doors, right? So she's crying for help and trying to get forward, and they think she's just trying to cut in line, so they're pushing against her hard. There we are.
So are they letting people in or not letting people
No, they are not letting anybody else in at this point. The doors are closed. The guards are there. Nobody else is getting into that city, that settlement tonight, and which seems to be why.
Burn them down!
Of course, that's what does it.
the burning settlement?
So yes, Glitch. How do you react to seeing this lady behind you there?
Glitch isn't really a fan of people because the only people he ever knew detonated a small explosive device in his head.
in?
So Glitch is going to use this commotion to just disappear into the shadows.
All right. So you're just gonna duck into the crowd, see what's going on there.
If I had a smoke bomb, I would just.
So, Mr. Quintilius, you can hear the cries of the woman behind you. You can't quite make anything out. You can just hear somebody calling for help somewhere behind you. Do you react to this in any way?
Yes, I make my way towards the screaming woman, trusting in Adam to lead me to her.
Okay, all right. So the crowd's they're obviously pushing a little bit. They're trying to get forward. You, in this sense, would be trying to push back a little bit. But let's do.
I use a luck point.
I haven't told you anything yet.
Then I don't.
Let's do a strength and athletics.
You would make me do something that I'm not good at. Adam, why do you test me? I have to roll a 4.
You can do this.
I believe in you.
Difficulty 1.
It's a 3. You did it.
That's actually
And a 1, right?
no. That's a success and a critical fail.
Mm.
But
Reroll
I will use a luck point
No way.
it.
to re-roll. I might have to ask for an eraser from my compatriots. And that is not a critical fail. I have 1 success.
Perfect. So Quintilius pushes back through the crowd, and he manages to get through. Almost falls on his face in front of the woman. He does not. So you manage to break through the crowd a little bit, and here you are, face to face with this young woman. Let's do a perception and survival test.
So
Only slightly
I don't know.
better.
I don't like
Difficulty
chocolate.
There's another
0.
Or more donut.
I don't like any chocolate. I don't like the chocolate.
That is 1 success. Give me my AP, oh mighty Atom.
So you can see the woman. Her face is covered in cuts. She's clearly been beaten horribly. And as soon as you kind of push through the crowd, and you're in this like mini clearing with her, she's just crying out, "Please, Mayor McDonough, I need to warn him." And she's losing strength as she gets forward. Like she's clearly using everything she got to stay on her feet. You can spend AP to obtain any further information about
Spend luck.
the exact.
I'll spend the AP to learn more.
All right. So, you can tell that she is wearing the garb of a Diamond City caravan guard, and as you kind of assess that scene, you can tell that the hostility of the crowd around her is just heightening, partially from her pushing through the crowd, partially because of the gates being closed and everybody just wants to get through. You know, in your sense of people, being an intelligent person yourself, that this could get violent very quickly, and she does not seem to have the strength to hold up. There we are. Mr. Tiberius, you're a pretty big guy in this crowd, so you can clearly see over everybody's head. You hear the woman crying out for help behind. You can see this guy that was kind of beside you in the same vicinity push backwards through the crowd and start working backwards towards her. So you can roughly see them through the crowd. How do you react to what's happening there?
I want to push through as well and see what's going on.
All right.
And try to maybe help if I can.
Okay, so we're going to have you do the same kind of test. Your difficulty is going to be 0 because you're a super mutant. Strength and athletics.
Yes.
Absolutely crushed it.
Yep.
So how many APs do I owe you?
2. No, wait.
It's
I
2.
got 2 successes.
Yeah, perfect. So it was difficulty 0, so you got 2 more. I take this one back anyways because you guys spent that to get more information. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. As soon as you put your hand on one person's shoulder, everybody parts.
My son, are
so
you
get
the
through there.
reincarnation of Moses?
Pretty
The
quickly.
people?
Tommy boy
How
on the bay.
about Duncan? You're staying where you are?
I am.
He is.
Burn it down! And I'm gonna chuck a Molotov right at all the guards.
Nice!
And then I want to hide.
You're gonna hide in the crowd.
Yeah, I want to hide into the crowd. Yeah.
Oh man, you know Colin was the wild card last time. Something tells me that Duncan may be the wild card this time around.
Caesar was still the wild card
This can
compared.
only end well.
Hey, I'm gonna shoot him. Why?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, he might have a bounty on him one day.
I shoot him. All right, perfect. So we're gonna throwing. Are we using our explosives?
That's about it.
Master of disguise.
Going to be.
I would prefer to use explosives.
Cool. There was like a disguise.
That means I would prefer throwing.
I mean, they're
You
the
can make an
same.
argument for it.
It's the same, but one is a tag and one's not. So,
Yeah, do.
but what's the main skill that you want to use?
No doubt, no doubt.
So I would assume it's going to be agility. I think that would make more sense. You're kind of throwing something.
Difficulty?
Difficulty 1.
2 successes.
2 successes.
I got a 2.
Oh,
That's why I wanted to do the
All
tag
right,
skill.
there's one more for you guys. There we are. There we are. So you throw a Molotov right into the group of guards there. Well done.
What did they call it?
Of
Painting?
course you did.
You're not still doing it. That's a paint.
So there we are. Let's do that. I mean, it hits the area, right? It's an area thing, so you're going to clearly affect all of them. What's the damage on the?
It's 4, but I took a perk that increases damage with fire weapons, so 5.
I didn't tell you that.
Nice.
Fitting.
It was at the meeting.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we are, 5 dice. How badly do we hurt these guards?
Pretty badly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's persistent energy damage.
Nice.
Persistent, I got 2 effects. I don't know what that means. So it persists for 2 turns.
So what was the damage?
6. Persistent 2, and it's energy damage. Do I have to roll location? Or how does that work?
In general, probably, but I don't think it'll matter right now for the for what's going to happen. So
Do you want me to
wonderful.
roll like a sneak test for sneaking?
We're gonna see on your next turn around how well you sneak. We might do like an opposed test to see how well you're doing versus how perceptive they are. So like this displaces everything. Everybody pushes back because now somebody went and threw Molotov at the front gates. So that pushes everybody back a bit, which should, I mean, that's a good distraction. If you want to disappear from the crowd while they're blinded, that's the time to do it. Sweet. So as the cries from the woman kind of break out in the crowd behind you, and you notice a couple people beside you kind of push back through the crowd to get closer to the screams, one of which being a giant freaking super mutant. He was much more obvious. How do you react to hearing this woman screaming for help somewhere back in the crowd? You can't make out where she is because your pretty average height was like, it's like a concert. You know, there's just like people everywhere, shoulder to shoulder. How do you react to hearing these cries for help?
I definitely look around to see if I can find who's crying for help.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
So
I definitely go to address the concern.
Yeah. Okay. So let's do a perception and
Potential brain cheese
survival
bite.
test.
What's the like right here?
New stats.
New stats, who dis?
Yeah.
The missing child on
No.
the milk carton.
Okay. So you can't.
Wow,
quite-
that's new stats, eh? Damn.
That's it, right?
That's so bad at everything.
I mean, you saw people push through the crowd, but you still can't quite make out where they're going in relation to where the cries are. So for the time being, I mean, the crowd is also pushing against you. I assume this is you for now.
Sure.
This is Robbie's character who disappeared into the crowd. That's Duncan who's through the Molotov. So as you're looking around me, the crowd is pushing you and everything as well, kind of turning you about. So you're losing your senses a little bit amongst everything as it's happening anyways. So we did you as you threw the Molotov. Everybody gets pushed back, which can also be very disorienting if you're trying to understand where someone's screaming from.
Mm-hmm.
So does Glitch do anything new? Are you still just kind of hanging back? Now there's a fireworks show. Seems pretty fun to watch.
Is there now that there's a distraction? Is there a way for Glitch to sneak his way into Diamond City?
Those gates are closed.
There's no like
Not just metaphorically.
air vent or anything I could like glitch through. I also have a dog with me.
You do have a
I
dog.
have Gizmo the cyber dog.
Yeah. I mean, okay.
My name is
So-
No Clip. I can just walk through the wall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how how would your dog help you in this sense? Do you think?
He's very good at reduces my perception checks by 1. I should have used that earlier.
So that there is a way, he'll
helps you.
find it.
Mhm. Yeah, he uses his keen senses to help me find a sweet little like exposed
Sewer
air vent
clean.
or something.
Okay,
Or
so you think you want to
Mhm.
send the dog forward type of thing? Have him scout out a spot for you?
Send in the clowns.
He
All right.
points
So
very
let's
Point.
yeah, let's do that. We'll do that as a perception and survival test. And we're going to it's going to be tricky, but I'm going to let you you're going to use the dog, but pretty much get an assist at the same time. So you're going to get 3 dice, but it's going to be a difficulty of 3. Unless you want to spend AP to do what you do. But at this point, there's not much of a group pool. So you can give me AP if you want to do that. I'm fine with
What do you
that.
mean? We have lots of
would his
AP.
keen senses reduce that 3 to a 2? And -1 to perception tests can detect. I think I should have put the word hidden in there, but creatures or objects.
Yep. Have at her, man.
I get 3 dice.
3
Use
dice.
This one because it's got a hat on it, but you don't want to roll the hat. I'm assuming I'm going off of glitches if the dog doesn't have a perception or survival. 6. So I need a 9. I got 1 successors.
1 successors.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that is not enough. So you send your dog forward. The dog gets pretty much up to where the guards are, and he's just kind of yapping at the dogs or at the guards at the dog. There we are. So Quintilius back with the wounded caravan guard.
So I I try to talk to the woman. Daughter of Adam.
Karen.
Karen, is it? Okay. Why are you so frantic to get to Diamond City?
Ooh, it's actually Kareem.
Do a charisma plus speech test, and this is going to be a difficulty 2 right now, just because there's a lot of stuff happening around. I don't think she's a little distracted, partially from pain and also the crazy horde of people around her.
That's 1. And I'll use a luck point.
No way.
To re-roll. So I've already done that once. This will be my 2nd time. That should be an 8. Almighty Atom, guide my hand.
10.
That is not the case.
Not the case. So
Very lucky.
as you're leaning over trying to talk to her, the crowd is getting just way too impatient for this. So they actually start pushing in against you. And
I use my body to shield her.
you will want to.
You should have the highest luck.
I have the 2nd highest luck.
Well, suck
Do you
it.
have anything on your head?
Do I
Suck
have
my
anything
luck.
on my head?
Yes.
No.
That's racist.
Perfect. So
I
as you're leaning and talking to her, the crowd, like, they're just pushing right into you. You actually get hit in the head. You're not sure if it's an elbow or fist. Like, you can't tell if it's deliberate or not, but something hits you in the head. You do take a point of damage. And at this point, the crowd is like, they're getting to a point where it's not overwhelming you, but it's there's not much of a clearing that there used to be before around you. They have no patience for talking at this point.
It does quite remind me of the Friday of Black.
Friday of Black.
Yes, an ancient prophesized day in our long-forgotten history of this United States. Many a man and woman and child were trampled.
Many were lost.
In the blackest of Fridays.
All right, and Tiberius. This crowd is pushing in on you. They're trying to push in on you. It's really just kind of like it's like mosquitoes.
Huh?
You can feel the pressure. It's not really changing things, but you can see how it's really affecting the young woman in front of you and this other gentleman that's coming to the fray. They're getting kind of like overwhelmed by it. It's like a sea of people that are just pushing into them. How do you react to this? What do you want to do?
I kind of want to like push out and try to see what hit him in the head. If I could see what.
Do you start shuffling?
You want to just kind of like push the people back and see what happened? Okay, so we're gonna do we're gonna do like a strength and
Your
unarmed.
character can. Maybe you're an EDM loving super mutant.
I break out into dance.
I break out into sick rave
This
dancing.
calls for dance. So we're gonna do a strength and unarmed test. Difficulty 1.
I got a success.
Perfect. So you manage to push everybody back, and from what you can tell, like push towards the Molotov, push away from the Molotov. This crowd is just getting so hostile and unruly that they're just looking for any excuse to lash out at this point. So you can tell he was definitely hit by one of the crowd members, whether it was intentional or not.
Start a mosh
really
pit.
knowing, but this crowd is losing control, so it's getting to riot status pretty quickly.
Man, imagine a mosh pit.
So I
Everybody
have
has
to
those
knock
sticky
one
hands.
person out.
What's that?
I have to knock one person out.
Someone's asking for the
Get it together.
So
behave.
just yell Woodstock and knock somebody out.
Woodstock.
Okay,
See, if I
so
was
back
him, I would just
to
pick a
Riker.
Or
Riker.
a
So
chair.
in front
You
of
got a
you,
chair?
you have the row of guards.
From
a chair in
They
your
may
crowd.
look like they're in football gear.
That's
They're
funny.
actually more in like baseball umpire gear.
Okay.
But they're the guards for the city. They've been displaced by a Molotov. Bits of flame still going on. And then you know that there was a woman crying somewhere, but the crowd, they're screaming, they're pushing against you. It's really hard. It's getting very chaotic.
Is the woman still screaming, or
At this point, you just hear a lot of noise because the crowd's getting louder. You remember distinctly hearing a woman crying.
does this remind me of a Metallica concert?
I don't know. I personally have not been to a Metallica concert. Some here might be so lucky.
Long pause. Anyway,
So there we are. So you're up here, flame, guards, dog barking. Yeah.
He's not supposed to be barking. He's supposed to be being stealthy.
Well, you didn't roll well enough.
Or I wired him wrong.
You wired him. Could also be.
Ah.
Who's glitching now?
Turns out he's a bizarro dog. I just have to tell him,
The opposite.
go bite that guard. It
Yeah.
like sneaks past him.
Yeah.
All right, I got you now.
is there any chaos happening?
Whole thing's chaos.
A little bit of chaos.
The whole
You're in the
thing's
midst of a riot.
A rave.
A
I'm in the midst of a
A
rave.
riotous rage. Yeah,
He's
it's
coming
a
with three.
chaotic scene.
My thing comes with three.
The crowd's really trying to get into the city. You can do another perception test to see.
These are the
again,
same
if you can
amounts.
figure out where the woman.
I have to do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Two successes.
2 successes. I'll even give you an AP for that. You really needed 1. There we go. So it's right there behind you.
Son of a.
So you can see you turn around. and
I
as
just
the
turn
crowd's
directly
moving
around and go, there you
Oh, you did that look where it's like,
Booster.
yeah, everything looks fine. Right behind you.
Yeah.
Right
Uh-huh,
behind you. You didn't do a 360. You did like a 240.
Yep.
Which was not enough. Do you want to try to push through to the crowd to get to her?
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
All right. So it's going to be a strength and athletics test. Difficulty of 2.
I'm gonna say no.
No.
Yeah.
Did you get 1?
One success.
1 success. All right. Well, we'll go part way.
Strength and what? Athletics.
Strength and athletics. All right, so you push through like a row
Some
of
of
the
them,
crowd,
yeah.
and
I
then
get
so
halfway
you're
there.
like halfway there,
Yeah.
pretty much it. So once you get a bit closer, you can.
Let's fast forward back to me real quick.
Yeah.
All right, and again. All right.
Perfect.
Well,
Now
also,
you're there. Yeah.
2 successes.
So you can see there seems to be a couple people around her that are not being so aggressive directly. One of which being a super mutant, the other one.
Wait, not being so aggressive?
Yeah, not being. They're not. There's 2 people that seem to be not like pushing and like fighting or anything.
Oh.
And there's that girl. So everybody else is a massive crowd. Super mutant is there. He doesn't seem to be doing anything bad. And then there's another gentleman there. Doesn't seem to be doing anything bad. So those three seem to be in a group of not chaos, surrounded by the crowd that's kind of taken over that scene. Back over to the guy who threw the Molotovs. We're going to do an opposed test to see if the guards understand where that came from.
Let's do it.
So you're going to do your agility and sneak. Is that the skill? Yeah. So agility and sneak. You're determining the difficulty, and then I'm going to roll for the guards to see if they figure you out.
Shit. I'm going to spend luck. 1 luck. Okay, I got 1.
You got 1?
Yeah.
That's my difficulty. Oh, they saw you.
Oh, shit.
They saw you hard. They actually saw you as you threw it. They're like, that son of a bitch. I didn't think he was going to do it. He did.
That guy's about to. Oh, yep, he's throwing it. He's
They
throwing it.
saw you lighting it.
He is. So while a bunch of the people got displaced by the Molotov, these 3 guards over here, they kind of knew what you were up to. I'm going to say these 2 guards. They knew what they were up to. And so they're going to move forward towards you right away. Batons drawn.
Shock batons out.
Shock
Shit.
batons out. Out, citizen!
I mean,
and they're
surrender.
they're pushing people away,
Immediately.
and they're heading
Easiest way into
right
Diamond City.
towards
Get arrested.
these guys are all kind of standing up. One of them's kind of trying to push the dog that's barking at him away a little bit, but these 2 are closing the distance on you.
I'm immediately surrendering.
You just surrender.
Just drop
That's
everything.
it. That's
Hands
what you're
up.
doing. Yep. Okay.
Yep,
All right.
100%.
Drop my pants. Hands up.
It's usually my fallback as well. At any time too. Right? It's like, who left the toilet seat up? I'm sorry, pants down. Sometimes it wasn't even me. I'm just looking.
Who got paint on the floor? Oh.
All right, so I'm going to leave that for you right now. So you're throwing the stuff down, pants and all. So Glitch, your dog is barking at some guards. He hasn't managed to find his space just yet. What would you like to do from where you are?
We'll call him back over.
Or call him back over?
Get over here, you idiot.
Okay.
I
I
walk over
assume
to you.
that's a pretty automatic.
Mhm.
Like, then you give a whistle or something, and he snaps back. So you can do something else. It's a pretty minor thing. I'll give you
Well, I would like to take advantage of this chaos. And anything I can just chug. No, I'm not going to throw anything. I am just going to punch the nearest person to me in the back of the head, like someone that's not paying attention to me, and yell the word riot.
Sweet. All right, so we're gonna do a couple things.
No, this was a question.
It's all gonna be fun.
This is a question I wanted to ask because unarmed. It says it's strength based, but could I use my agility because he's much more agile than he's stronger? So I would assume like he's not like throwing haymakers. He's like jabbing and slapping and chopping to throats and things. I mean, this one could be strength because he's straight up just punching someone in the back of the head.
Yeah, I think it's really going to depend on what you're doing. I'm okay with
Usually it's going to be
picking and
sucker
choosing,
punches.
but I would say like if you're doing something where it's like you're basing it on the agility, I would say if you were a character that had a strength bonus, you can't take your strength bonus because then you're picking and choosing, right? But I assume if you're high enough to have a strength bonus, you would probably be choosing your strength instead of agility, anyways. So I'm good with that.
Do I have to roll
Oh yeah, no, you got to hit somebody.
my unarmed? All right. Am I using strength or agility here?
That's up to you. I'm good with it. If you
I'll use agility. It doesn't have to be a hard hit. I just want to knock somebody upside the head and yell riot. That is 1 success.
That's all you need.
Barely.
You want to roll your location? Matters, but it's just kind of roll dice.
Left leg, I guess.
Left leg, punch the guy in
wow.
the leg.
Charlie horse.
Sure. Wham! That's the best thing to do, right? Because I was like, ah!
You just dead leg him.
Oh my! Ah!
Would you punch your brother?
Right. So perfect. So you sock a guy in the leg. So the next thing is we're going to test the calling out the riot. We're going to do an opposed test to see if you can actually incite a riot. So this is like charisma and speech.
All right. No, I didn't even put any points in speech, so it's just charisma. I need 6s.
Oh wow!
Shut
Just
up.
3 successes. I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! So that is indeed what you do. Holy cow! This is why there's no sense in pre-writing anything. Modifius did all the work this time, and I don't have to listen to it because these guys messed with the system. Perfect. That worked great. So
that very well.
yes, they listened to you quite well. Brian! And the crowd just surges forward. The guards that were trying to bat out the flames that were on them are now being overwhelmed by people. If they weren't getting crazy already, it's getting crazier now.
How now, Bobble fans? Will these unlikely group of wanderers be lost in a seething tide of crazed civilians? Will they somehow manage to find a way into Diamond City? Will we ever find out what a scryet is? 2 out of 3 of these answers will be found in the next episode of the Bobblehead Boys. Tune in to find out. Same rad time, same rad channel.